Hey guys, this is Crypto Spook,
And this is Moriarty.
and today we are bringing you a game called Doll-CityVR.
Doll City.
So I'm going to tell you that I really liked this game. That is because I have an infatuation with genre of
Dystopias?
yes, dystopian future, and this is very, very much so a dystopian future type game.
I did notice that the Doom Marine was there with his shirt off.
Was that who that was? I couldn't tell. It is really cool. They did an outstanding job with this. That's not to say that there weren't a lot of issues, because there were, but for what it was, I was enjoying it.
What do you do?
So to start with, you have two different options for locomotion. You have teleportation and trackpad. The trackpad movement did not work the best, I'll just say that. But it is functional.
What would you compare it to? It's not as bad as Windlands, right?
No, it's actually much worse than Windlands because I could not get it to go in a straight line unless I looked the opposite direction. I think that may have had something to do... So this is an Unreal game, Unreal Engine 4 based game, and it is mouse locked, I believe. I could not get any audio in this game until I click onto the game itself. That's the only way you get audio in the Vive, which I didn't appreciate. But it is what it is. And the graphics in this game, while not the best looking, just the color scheme and the smoke and everything going on in the game just really, really brought me into that whole dystopian future type feeling, if you know what I mean.
I dig.
I think the musical score in the game is also quite good.
So what's the story here?
I could not tell you. They don't really tell you what the story is. So in this game, there are actually two characters.
What?
Yes, so there's you, and then there's a little guy which you control.
What?
Yep, I accidentally teleported on top of the little guy's cage. That's him down there. I'm also controlling him with the left thumb pad.
I don't understand.
I didn't either. I still kind of don't, as a matter of fact.
So this is a co-op VR game with one
Where
person.
you co-op with yourself, yes. I don't even know what the guy was supposed to do. I guess he gets to certain points of the game for you. Basically, you need to guide him through, and you have to shoot all these little bubbles that say Doll City.
I'm not sure I like this mechanic.
The teleportation mechanic?
No, I'm not sure I like the whole control a dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't actually like it that much either. There's a lot of things in the game that left me going, wait, what? But just the experience of being inside this world was actually pretty awesome. That said, this game has a lot of growing to do.
Yeah, it's super weird.
It's very weird. I didn't even know that this guy was a part of the game until, like, the third time I played it, by the way. I just got to a certain point of the game, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. And I did run into a fair number of issues.
Does he always run in a straight line?
Yes, he does. He can only run in a straight line.
Well, thank God.
Oh, otherwise it would be horrible if he could run anywhere. No, that'd be terrible. There didn't seem to be any way to kill him either, except for like jumping off into nothingness. This reminds me a lot of Blade Runner, one of my favorite movies.
What you mean is, do androids dream of electric sheep? Which is
I
the
think
story.
that's a book.
It is the story that Blade Runner is based off of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
By Philip K. Dick.
Huh. No, I had no idea. I've actually read the story. I didn't know it was the same one. A lot of the visuals in this game were just really, really good.
But the gameplay itself is super weird, and it doesn't seem...
It is super weird, and a lot of it's frankly not very good and nonsensical at the same time.
So you enjoyed the visuals, you enjoyed the music, you like the world that they've built, but you're just not sure about the actual gameplay of the game itself.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair statement.
Alright. How difficult is it to judge distance?
For the projectiles, the projectiles had a tremendous amount of fall off, so I could only assume that it was in fact a nail gun. But there was a ridiculous amount of fall off with every single shot. So there was many points in the game where I could not figure out why I died. I just died. Like there, that was me dying.
That was a death?
That was a death. And it, in fact, spawns you somewhere where you cannot get out of. So there's probably about 5 minutes of me here before I figured out, oh, I can just look the opposite direction and just walk my way across thin air to get where I need to be. Or even through obstacles and walls. I will say that the game is definitely not a finished product. But for what it is, it was quite a bit of fun. So it turns out that there's quite a number of jump puzzles in here too, so this game turned out to be a platformer, which surprised me.
Now, when you say jump puzzles, you mean jump puzzles for your doll?
For my minion, yes. I guess it is a doll. That's probably why they call it that, huh? But yeah, so the jump puzzles you have to guide your doll through were pretty easy to get them through, but I couldn't figure out how I was supposed to get where I needed to go.
I appreciate that you see someone trapped, and the very first instinct you have is shoot them in the head.
I wouldn't want to suffer. This guy seems to be sucked into some type of, industrial grinding machine.
How do you know he's in pain?
I guess he might not be.
I mean, it's not like he's, screaming or anything.
That's true, and he is, keeping up a remarkable amount of stamina for somebody being slowly but surely pulled into a grinding machine.
Perhaps this is future exercise. This is like their version of swimming. If we're describing it, it's a VR platform game.
I guess it is a VR platformer, but it's more than that too, because it's a shooting game and it's single-player co-op, and I don't really know what to say about it.
It's very strange. I don't know that I could possibly recommend this to somebody, because I can't describe it to anybody.
It is a very interesting concept, and not something I've ever seen before, nor will I likely ever see it again.
I like that you think no one will do this again.
Judging on what I've seen, and this is the point in the game where I got stuck and I could not teleport to where I needed to go. I don't know if maybe there was a puzzle I needed to figure out, but I sure didn't.
So what do you think overall?
Overall, I liked a lot of aspects of the game, but I was very disappointed with the actual gameplay itself.
VR platformer shooter bash 'em up puzzle game. Alright. Okay guys, that's Doll-CityVR. If you like it, like it. If you didn't like it, don't like it. Leave a comment below. Let us know if you think this is a game that you'd like to try. Maybe something that you wouldn't like to try. Let us know what you think.
Until the next one.